The topic for today is the fear of a significant other or somebody you've been with lying about you and everyone believing them just because they're a woman, and that's kind of the vibe that people are on right now. Mm. What are your thoughts? Have you ever thought about what would happen if your ex was angry or didn't like you and made up some story and was like, Khalif did this, that, and the other, and her friends are going to believe that, they're going to repost it, and then by the time anyone else hears about it, it's going to seem as though it's fact.
You know what's crazy? For me, I've always thought about people are going to lie about me. People are going to have different rumors and things that are going to be said, but people that I'm actually involved with, that are people that care about me, that are my friends, they would come and talk to me, and they would know what is fact and fiction. And that's kind of how I've lived my life, is if you really know me, then you're gonna come talk to me about it. If you that
only helps for those people.
How I would battle that.
Think about if you're in at school, that word would matter now. Now,
yeah, no,
it wouldn't matter.
That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah,
is at school. And
now, anytime you try to talk to another girl, they already assume that this is what you did.
Yep.
All other guys will proactively hate on you without really even knowing.
Yeah.
Who don't actually know you.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, the thing that I've thought about is you just have to make sure that the people that you interact with, whether it's from a long-term standpoint or even if it's a short thing, they have to be people that I know I can trust in that scenario. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the scenario.
So that's what I'm saying. You're gonna avoid dealing with those types
of people.
So you're avoiding both people within that party. You're not even. It's not even one person. It's both people. That was my question. Yeah, that was my question.
I would avoid both people.
Okay.
Until I know more about the scenario.
And that also goes into what I was sitting back and thinking about. Is is there really any way to defend against that? Because
I think there is. I have an answer for that.
Okay, so then I'll say this, right? I was thinking about, are you now going to go around and...
This video is sponsored by the Outcast Seal.
Feeling like a seed in the ground, nigga, all I wanna do is grow. But that shit going too slow. Niggas be doing the most. Can wait till I make it and glow. Now let me just switch to the flow, switch to the pace.
For those who recognize anime subtleties, you'll find a new appreciation for this piece. On top of that, each person will have a one-of-one staple piece added to their fit. Outcast Seal, out now. No reason to wait. Go get yours now. You can make social media posts about it and take your time to do that. You could about whatever rumors being spread that you harass your girlfriend. Let's say your girlfriend is lying about you harassing her, and now all women and guys look at you differently. How could you actually really go about changing that? Other than having the only other way that you have to speak out, and the only other way that would hold more water is other people speak out for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just looking at it from two standpoints: from avoiding, and I guess what you can do to only way you can come back from a situation like that. And avoidance, like I was saying, is avoiding people that have been in situations like that. Stay away from those people until the social status of them goes back, or if you're really going to be with them or be around those people, know the actual situation and make sure that there's no sus things go anymore. It's something that happened in the past, and it's not
right
behavior that is currently going on.
But that also goes into the other conversation about when you go to a new place, you really have no way of validating.
Well, you can't validate it, but you can tell if someone's lying.
You can tell if somebody's lying, yeah.
And you can tell if they're a shifty person.
No, you can tell if somebody's lying. You can tell somebody if they're shifty.
You said
but I was thinking about that backstory about I did this and I did that. There's really no way that you could try to validate that.
But I could say if someone gives enough stories from back in the day, and they're all super unbelievable or they just don't make sense. You can just tell. You don't even have to know that it's true or false.
Bro, because then you're just capping. It's something yo, I used to be in the a Child Olympics or something.
But what I was thinking was the way you can protect from that as a man is you need to have all of your exes and all the people you've been with in the past are people that can speak on your behalf. if someone does claim and says that, oh, this person violated me in these ways, society and people who are around you, who are like just hear about that, the only thing they have to go off of is what that person said. And if they're already biased in that, they're going to believe that they're already biased, leaning towards like, oh, well, it's a woman, so they just must be right, or it's triggering their own situations that have been happening to them. So then they apply that into the situation. The only thing that can go against that is the other people that you have been with, to create a record of your character and saying that, oh, they didn't do that with me. There's nothing that was like that in my scenario.
Yeah, but then I think about the argument. That's absolutely true. You can have that character build, but that doesn't actually. If
that's not what I'm not saying it's going to make something disappear, but I'm saying it's the only thing that can make it better.
It can make it better, but it doesn't mean that you didn't do it.
I'm not saying it didn't. We're obviously assuming you didn't do it.
Oh, true.
We're not. If you did do it, then there's no reason to even have this conversation. There's
nothing
to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. You did it.
I don't know. I just like just popped in my head, and I was like.
But yeah, I think those are really the only two things that I can think of that you prevent yourself from being around people that are untrustworthy, shifty, do not seem as though they have. Like, people that seem like victims, you want to stay away from those type of people. It may seem as though like, oh, this person might be easier to talk to, or like I feel like drawn to them.
Gossip and drama in their lives.
Yeah, or it's like, oh, there's always something going on. Maybe you're drawn to them because you're a person that like you like to help people out, or you like to feel needed, and they're always having issues, and so that's something that you end up being drawn into. But you want to stay away from people that view themselves as a victim. Like, a person that views themselves as a victim is an enemy to being accountable. So you don't want to be involved with people that see themselves as the victim, because they're going to see themselves, not saying they haven't been, everyone has been a victim at some point in their life.
Yeah.
But they're going to see themselves for a larger majority of times as the victim, which means that
because they're not taking accountability for
the
their
narrative
life to
of things,
actually figure out how they can move forward.
The narrative of things will lean towards something happening to them, and
because they feel they have a lack of control of their life when it is your life and you have control of your life. Even though you can be a victim of things,
everyone can be a victim.
Yeah,
but people that identify with being a victim and like that is their personality, you want to stay far away from people that have that victim mindset. And I don't mean that to say that people who are victims are people you need to stay away from. Everyone is a victim. Everyone in life has been a victim, and everyone has taken advantage of a situation, or has been the one that came out on top of a scenario. But if you're a person that identifies with they're a person that identifies with their trauma, and they see that as a part of who they are from a personality standpoint, I think that's a dangerous person to be involved with. I don't think your personality should be defined by bad things that have happened to you. It should be defined on what it is that you're trying to do and what it is that you are moving off of. Those are just things that happened in the story of your life.
That
shouldn't be. Yeah, I'm not saying they didn't change you, but I'm saying that they shouldn't define you.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And people that define themselves off of that, you really shouldn't be around people that do that, because you're going to be hard pressed to you're gonna be drawn into like that mindset, and really that mindset is gonna stay in that mindset. If you think you're a victim, you're gonna feel like a victim, and your chances are you're gonna get into situations where you're going to be in that.
And you have lack of control.
Yeah.
You believing that you have lack of control is an issue.
You want people that are in control of their life, people who want to be in control of their life, people that are making an effort to do the best that they can to achieve the outcomes that they want. Those are the people you want to be around. And I think a lot of these scenarios where there's a potential where someone is lying about you, you'll stay away from those people, because a person that is working towards something, a person that is taking accountability of their part in their life is going to be less likely to lie about something just so they can look good, or just so that you can be the one that's being shat on for a time being. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
I think that's well said.
Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.